Hi, in this video, we will cover pronoun clarity questions. So what is pronoun clarity? Pronoun clarity is the idea that a pronoun must clearly refer to a logical antecedent. What's an antecedent? An antecedent is the noun that a pronoun replaces. So an incorrect sentence would be one difference between apples and oranges is that they have a peel. The correct one is one difference between apples and oranges is that oranges have a peel. Now, if you look at the incorrect sentence, we have they. They is a pronoun, right? But since we have two nouns which precede the pronoun, we don't really know that is they referring to apples or is they referring to oranges. Now, because of this lack of clarity, we have to change the sentence, and in the correct version, we have explicitly mentioned that the oranges have a peel. So, on the test, on your official SAT, you're likely to see one question that requires you to identify and avoid a pronoun clarity error in the underlined portion of a sentence. You will need to identify when a pronoun has, number one, multiple possible antecedents. If multiple nouns in the sentence agree with the pronoun in number, it may not be clear which noun the pronoun refers to. So Alice and Mary couldn't find her tennis racket. Now here, her is a pronoun, but since we have Alice and Mary, we don't know what her refer to. Her refers to. Does it refer to Alice or does it refer to Mary? So the correct version is Alice and Mary couldn't find Mary's racket. So by correcting it as such, we now have clear meaning that they couldn't find Mary's racket. Number two, no possible antecedents. If no nouns in a sentence could logically replace the pronoun, then the pronoun may be unclear. So incorrect sentence would be when the school baseball team won, their parents threw a party to celebrate. Now, there means it's replacing a popular, a plural noun. So, if you look at the school baseball team doesn't have parents. Like the school baseball team's players have parents. So, the correct version would read like when the school baseball team won, the players' parents threw a party to celebrate. Tips and strategies. Number one, find the antecedent. To recognize pronoun clarity errors, we must be able to identify the antecedent of pronouns in question. Ask yourself, what noun is the pronoun logically replacing? If you find multiple possible antecedents or if you find no possible antecedents, then you found a pronoun clarity error. Number two, top tip, get specific. So pronouns clarity errors often show up in questions that ask you to revise the underlined portion of a sentence. The easiest way to fix an error like this is to replace unclear pronoun with a specific noun it was meant to represent. So when Anna set the vase down on the glass table, it shattered. It is a pronoun, and there are two non-living things in the first part of the sentence. There is vase and there is glass. So we don't really know what thing shattered. Was it the vase or was it the glass? So we have to correct this. And in the correct version, we have when Anna set the vase down on the glass table, the vase shattered. Let's do a practice question. Though both typewriters and computers can be used for word processing, few people used them by the end of the 20th century. Now, them is a pronoun and it's replacing a noun. But we have two plural nouns in the first part of the sentence, typewriters and computers. Now, the sentence may make sense to you because you know about history and you know that typewriters, few people use them by the end of 20th century, but by standard English conventions, the sentence is wrong. So we have to replace this. Now, if you look at the options, if we use one, it's still wrong. If we use that, the sentence is still wrong. But if we use a clear noun that is typewriters, the sentence makes sense then. And we're using the tip two here that we are getting specific. So it's referring to two nouns. We're not sure which noun it refers to. In that case, we get specific and we mention the noun itself. So that's it for pronoun clarity. In the next video, we will cover another topic.